The decision was recently made for me to be full-time Pokemon being my sole source of income and my only job. Unfortunately, that decision wasn't made by me. As of Friday, my company experienced a reduction in force, which basically means they went across the board and they laid off a bunch of people, and I was a part of the group that was reduced. Obviously, being full-time Pokemon was always a thing that I wanted to work toward and eventually get to, and I don't know if I would have ever actually pulled the trigger if I had the opportunity to stay at my job for a long time. I probably would have been there a long time and just consistently kind of double dipped as I had been doing, having my full-time work, supporting my rent and all of those expenses, and then my business being a completely separate thing, and then being able to use those funds to continue to grow the business over time and do more adventures into different sides of the business like I did with the store this year and everything. Unfortunately, that double dipping opportunity has come to an end, and my sole source of income is now Pokemon, and I guess a little bit of YouTube. It was a super bittersweet experience, kind of a jumble of different emotions, because sure, I was sad and kind of mad that I was being let go from a company that I really enjoyed and from a team of people that I really enjoyed working with for no reason that I attributed to, just the fact that the company needed to reduce their overhead, and I just happened to be the one that was chosen. So that kind of sucked, and I was kind of mad because I feel like I did pretty pivotal work. A lot of the online discoverability of this company was directly related to me. I ran the website for the company, and I feel like my contributions were a lot of the reason why a lot of people found the company and used them, and our services were able to provide a positive impact to the communities affected by, natural disasters. I was a web designer for an emergency management company. So overall, I had a really good experience with the job, so it was unfortunate to lose that. At the same time, I was a little bit excited. There was a little bit of happy, a little bit of kind of released me from what I felt like I needed to have. Like I needed to have this secondary income. I would never be able to go Pokemon full time. I would never have the confidence to try it. I was always scared about how do I get health insurance? How do I do this and that? And I feel like the kind of the unknown or that change feeling was very scary to me. So there was a little bit that was like, man, this is a huge opportunity for me to really try this Pokemon thing full time. I never paid myself a salary because while I was making a salary, it always just made sense to buy more cards and keep growing and keep moving the business in a direction that would continue to grow it and make money and all that. And now I'm going to be paying myself. It's a very different thing that I haven't proven to myself that I've been able to do yet. So there was definitely some excitement, some happy at the same time that I was also mad, scared, and sad. It was like all of the emotions all at once. It took like the whole day to process exactly how I was feeling. And honestly, until today, which is Monday, I would normally be working right now, but I'm sitting in front of my computer recording a YouTube video instead. And I ran some errands this morning and I did stuff that I wouldn't normally be doing. So it's been a very surreal experience. It's going to take me a little while to get into a new groove, I guess, and how I want this new Pokemon chapter in my life to unfold. There are some things that are going to be changing. So as you guys know, the last 2 months, I've tried to keep up with YouTube, but I haven't really been able to because the store has been taking a lot of my time on top of having a full-time job. I was working 80, 90 hours a week. And that was before any YouTube videos. So if I was able to actually crank out a YouTube video, it was in between all the other stuff. Well, now I am probably going to be working at the store probably around 35 hours a week, which is going to give me a lot more time to work on my online selling, but also hopefully get a bit more consistent with videos. So you'll probably see a lot more content, maybe a lot more live streams, content like that coming to the channel because I like doing that stuff. And when videos do well, it generates a little bit of money. So it's just a thing that if I like doing it and it does generate a little bit of money, then I should probably continue doing it, right? And we're getting close to 10K subs, which would be a really cool milestone to hit. I think we just passed 7,000 subs. A couple of the videos are doing just insanely crazy numbers right now. So I think a lot of subs are coming in from that, but that would be really fun to kind of work toward that while I have the time. So you'll probably see a lot more YouTube videos and live streams coming from me. Next, for everyone locally, I said that I would be working probably 35 hours a week at the store, at least. I'm going to be open 5 days a week, Wednesday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday. I plan to do Wednesday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m., and then Saturday and Sunday at my normal hours. I want to do 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. because I don't understand why you would be a retail store and not open after people are off work. It seems kind of foolish to me. There are some other card stores here in the area that are open from 11 to 5, and I'm just like, why are you open when everyone's at work? Like, that seems kind of counterproductive to me. But also, when kids go back to school, they should be getting out of school between 2 and 3 o'clock. And so when kids get out of school, I'm very close to a lot of the schools. I'm like walkable for a lot of the schools. So I think that it'll give a lot of opportunity for kids to come into the store, high school kids, stuff like that. One thing that I had hoped to do before all of this happened, I actually had it all planned and ready to go, was I was going to be not hiring, but having someone come in to help me as a contractor start to list a lot of doubles and a lot of raw cards up on my eBay. And unfortunately, well, fortunately for me, unfortunately for him, I have a lot more extra time. So I'm probably going to be taking on that myself, since I'm going to have the time to do that. And unfortunately for the person who I was going to be bringing on to help 1 day a week, I don't need him anymore. And I'm not really sure if I can afford it right now. I could afford it before because all of the money from the store was going back into the store, but now I have to pull money out. So a lot of the online sales and the store money, decent percentage of that is going to have to pay for my actual bills. It's going to be a weird transition. It's going to be a weird transition, and hopefully I can justify it. But you'll see a lot more raw cards on my eBay. If you follow my eBay, you know I primarily post graded cards, graded Japanese, PSA 10s. I got some English on there recently, but you're going to see a lot more raw cards on there as well. I have a ton of like character rares, art rares. I have a ton of like just ultra rares, popular Pokemon ultra rares in Japanese. So I'm going to be posting a lot of that stuff up onto my eBay as well. So if you do like to buy stuff from me on eBay, definitely check out those things too. But yeah, that's it. I'm excited. I'm terrified. I don't exactly know how this is going to go, but I hope it goes well. And if you guys want to continue to support me, just support the channel here. And if you're ever looking for cards, check out the eBay store. That's always supportive as well. You know, fingers crossed we can make this work and Pokemon can become the full-time thing. I have some other things potentially in the works. You may see some breaks here and there potentially. You may see some live streaming here and there potentially. I'm not really sure how I want to dive into that realm, so that might be a possibility going forward. That would be fun, and it would be a faster way to generate more online income with some of the doubles and some of the stuff that I have just sitting around. So there's potential for some other things, but right now it will be primarily the online flipping and the store. And hopefully that goes well. And thank you for all you guys' support so far. And hopefully, I don't know. I'm terrified.